Very good morning, class. Today we are going to start with the Merchant of Venice, Act 3, Scene 1. Before we start with the Act 3, Scene 1, let us recall what we had done in our last scene. In our last scene, children, Act 2, Scene 9, we had read about a suitor who had come to try his luck in order to win Portia as his wife, and that suitor was Prince of Aragon, but he could not choose the correct casket, and ultimately he had to leave after being ashamed of his choice. Then we had learned that Portia was very happy very eager to welcome the next suitor, as inside her heart she felt that the next suitor might be Bassanio himself, and that is where that scene ended. Now that scene took place in Belmont. Now this scene, Act 3, Scene 1, this scene is going to take place in Venice. Now, the characters who are involved in this scene are Salarino, and Shylock. Now, see how quickly the action has shifted from one place to the other. The previous scene took place in Belmont. This scene will take place in Venice. Now, in this scene, we are going to see that two parallel losses are going to be witnessed by the readers. They will go parallel to each other. Now, what are those two losses? First loss will be loss of Shylock, that is, he has lost his daughter, how he has lost his daughter? As his daughter Jessica, she has run away with Lorenzo. The one loss will be this: he will feel sorry for it, and he will feel that his own blood has betrayed him. Apart from this, another loss that we are talking about is the loss of Antonio's ship. Now, Antonio's ship, they will meet with heavy losses. They will not come back to the port of Rialto, and then we will come to know that Shylock, who was ready to take revenge from Antonio, will become very happy, feeling the fact that now the condition under which he was supposed to take a pound of flesh away from Antonio's body, he will be able to take it. Now Shylock will be very happy, as the news of Antonio's loss will be confirmed by Tubal. Now, the focus has to be on the two losses going parallelly in the scene. Loss of Shylock's daughter, who has run away with Lorenzo. The next loss will be loss of Antonio's wealth in the form of Antonio's ship, who have drowned, who have wrecked, and have not reached the port of Rialto, and the news is confirmed by Tubal. Now, the loss that Antonio has met with, that is the loss of Antonio's, the loss of Antonio's ship has actually given some sort of relief to Shylock, who thinks that now he can take revenge from Antonio. Now, Act 3, Scene 1, line number 1, Salango. Now what news on the Rialto? Now Salanio is asking that what is the news from the Venetian Stock Exchange, that is the port from where the exchange of goods takes place through ships. So he says, what is the news from there? Salanio, why yet it lives there unchecked, that Antonio had a ship of rich lady lading wrecked on the narrow seas. Now Salanio says that why yet it lives there unchecked means it is not yet confirmed. He says that it is not yet confirmed, but it is apparently reported, it is vaguely reported that that one of Antonio's ship with rich lading wrecked. With rich lading means rich lading means expensive goods. Excuse me. He says that one of Antonio's ship which was carrying some expensive goods, that it has wrecked, it has suffered in the sea, it is caught up in the sea storm. Now he says on the narrow seas means in the narrow channel or the narrow course of the sea. The good winds, I think they call the place. Now he says that the place where the ship has actually sunk, where the ship has actually wrecked, that place is known as the Goodwill Sands. And then he says, a very dangerous, flat and fatal, where the carcasses of many a tall ship lie buried. Now Salarino says that the place where I have heard that Antonio's ship is wrecked, that very place is very dangerous, very fatal, means very threatening place it is, as I have heard that many ships, many very powerful, very strong ships of travelers, they also suffered the same fate and they lie buried in that very place itself. Now, as they say, if my gossip report be an honest woman of her word. Now, then he says, and their parts lie buried, and the parts of those ships, they also lie buried in that place. And then he says, if a talkative woman, I am saying like this, just like women who are very talkative in nature, just like the way they spread rumors from one place to another. Similarly, if I am to be believed, I am spreading rumor like a talkative woman. Salanio, I would she were as lying gossip is that in that as ever. Now Salanio said, I would means I only hope that Madam Rumor is a big liar. She were means she over here refers to the woman or the lady who spreads rumor. So he says, I wish that Madam Rumor, that she were means Madam Rumor. Madam Rumor over here is a type of personification, you can say, which is being used. So he says, I wish Madam Rumor as lying a gossip in that as ever. Now he says that I just wish that Madam Rumor is a big liar Madam Rumor is a liar, just like an old woman who chewed ginger. Now, that as ever nabbed ginger means chewed ginger, or made her neighbors believe she wept for the death of her third husband. Now he says that I believe that Madame Rumor has got the same quality of lying as that of an old woman who had cured Ginger, and because of the strongness that is there in the essence of Ginger, the tears started coming out from her eyes, but she portrayed those tears in a different way to the neighbors, where she told her neighbors that they were not because of the Ginger. Rather than that, they were because she was lamenting, she was remorsing, she was regretting the death of her third husband. But it is true, without any slips of proximity or crossing the plain highway of talk, that good Antonio, the honest Antonio, now he says that without speaking or but it is true, but it is quite true, it is truthful, without any slips of proximity or crossing the plain highway of talk. Proximity means not coming down on the main topic. Proximity means moving around. Salarino says that, but it is a fact, it is a truth, that instead of moving round the bush, instead of beating round the topic, let me come back, let me address the point, the main point, let me come to the main point. Now he says that the good Antonio, the honest Antonio, now he says the humble Antonio, the very truthful Antonio, oh, that I had title good enough to keep his name company. Now he says that I am afraid that the good Antonio, the noble Antonio, the humble Antonio, the truthful Antonio, and he says that I am very much confident that I have used the best possible word to describe his qualities. Then Salarino come the full stop. Salarino says that come on and complete the sentence or complete the story that you want to complete, the narration that you want to tell. Salarino, ha, what sayest thou? Salarino says, ha, what do you say? Why the end? He had lost a ship. Now he says that the sum, why the end means the sum, let me come to the end, let me complete it. And now if I am to complete it, I am telling you that Antonio's ship is lost. He has lost his ship. Salarino, I would it might prove the end of his losses. Now Salarino says, I would it might prove the end of his losses. Salarino says that I just hope that this is the last loss, this is the final loss that he has met with. Now, Salarino, let me say amen betimes. Now, Salarino says that let me say amen before you proceed any further, lest the devil cross my prayer. And let me say amen because I just don't want any Antonio to suffer any further losses so let me say amen before the devil breaks my prayer. For here he comes in the likeness of a Jew. For here the devil appears in the form of a, likeness means in the form of a Jew. Enter Shylock. How now, Shylock? What's news amongst the merchant? Now, Salarino inquires from Shylock. Well, Shylock, since you are coming from the port, tell me what is the news from the merchants. What is the news amongst the merchants today? Shylock, you knew not so well, none so well as you, of my daughter's flight. Now, Shylock says, you you know better than anyone, you know it quite well about my daughter's flight. Over here refers to daughter's elopement. Flight means elopement. So he says that you know, who knows better than you know very well about my daughter's elopement. Then Salanio, that's certain. I, for my part, knew the tailor that made the wings she flew withal. Now Salarino says, that is quite obvious. Whatever you are saying that I knew about your daughter's elopement, that is quite obvious. That is the truth. Because I knew even the tailor who had prepared her dress in which she had eloped, in which she ran away. Now, Salanio and Shylock, for his own part, knew the bird was fledged. Now, Salanio says that and Shylock was also well aware. For his own part means Shylock was also well aware of the fact that the bird was fledged. That is, the bird was ready. Was fledged means that the bird was fully equipped. The bird was fully ready to fly. Then it is the complexion of them all to leave the dam. And then he says that it is the nature. Complexion means it is the nature. It is there in all the young girls to leave the dam means to leave someone who gave them birth. That is to leave their mother. So he is saying that it is actually the nature of young girls. It is there in every young girl's nature that once the girl becomes capable of flying, that girl is ready to fly even by leaving his own mother. Shylock, she is damned for it. Shylock says that well, she will be damned for it. That is, she will suffer very bad for whatever she had done. Salarino, that's certain, if the devil may be her judge. Now Salarino says that is quite obvious. That is quite obvious that he is going to that is quite obvious that she is going to be damned, she is going to be cursed, but that is possible only in a condition when the judge, whoever judges her, be a devil by nature, then only. Shylock, my own flesh and blood to rebel. Shylock says that I feel so sorry for myself because she was made up of my own flesh and blood, and she is the one who has rebelled against me, who has gone against me. Salarino, there is more difference between thy flesh and hers than between jet and ivory. Now, he says that there is a difference between your flesh. Salarino says he is pointing out towards the difference, and he is saying that there is a great difference between your flesh and hers, just as there is a difference between white color, jet and ivory means just as there is a difference between black and white. More between your bloods than there is between red wine and Rhenish. And he says that there is a great difference between your blood and her blood, just as there is a difference between a German expensive wine and a common wine. Then he says, but tell us, do you hear whether Antonio had any loss at sea or no? Now he says that, but we want to know from you whether you have heard of the fact that Antonio has met with any loss at the sea, or Antonio's ship has met with any loss at the sea. Sorry, whether Antonio's ship has met with any loss at the sea or not. Now we are going to stop here today. So far we have read about the loss, about the apprehension, about the news which is not yet confirmed, but they have heard from somebody that Antonio's ship has met with loss. We have read this, and we have also read the fact that Shylock is feeling very sorry for himself as he has been betrayed by his own daughter. Now I hope this much is clear to all of you. I will stop today over here and we will continue from here tomorrow in our next class. Thank you so much all of you for joining.